You're saying, well, there are no moral absolutes. It's all a question of making it up in your head. And therefore, if I make up in my head that the benefits that I will gain are far more than him losing because of how much money he has, a few $1,000, I'm going to steal because the benefits are so great.
Right.
Well, what's wrong with that, man?
It's a judgment call. I mean, obviously we can think it's wrong, but
It's all relative, right?
obviously, yes, it's all relative. It's all relative.
So we're not going to get sentimental and get really sloppy and say, oh, no, Cliff, you should really not steal because, it's really not a nice thing to do.
Well, that's my personal opinion. I'm not saying that everyone here has to necessarily agree with that opinion. It's their own judgment call.
Yeah.
It's based on their experience.
Right.
And you asked me why I wouldn't steal, and I answered that question. That doesn't mean this is why everyone shouldn't steal. Based on my opinion, my own developed morality from growing up and experiencing, that's why I wouldn't steal.
Mm-hmm.
It's not saying that everyone in the world shouldn't steal because of that. It's not saying that, I think this is the only morality. This is the morality that I've established and I believe in. And I think that most people have taken that morality upon their own experience of seeing, other people in pain, seeing, knowing what it's like to be in pain and knowing they wouldn't wish that upon someone else.
Right.
And I don't think
you're so upset and frustrated with me because I have a basis for my morality, which is obviously God. And you're sort of saying, well, you see, Cliff, I just believe people make this up so that they can have their moral absolutes. But don't you see what you're doing? You're telling me that morality is relative. But then you're not taking it seriously. Meaning by that, your positions on battered wives, abused children, stealing. You don't really believe that whatever the position is you hold, the opposite is equally as valid. You insist, you keep on saying, oh, come on, Cliff, you really know that stealing is wrong. You see, you can't live out your moral relativism. You're consistently trying to push me back to, come on, Cliff, you really do know, don't you, that stealing's wrong? Come on, Cliff, come on, buddy. What do you mean? You believe it's all relative. What are you doing telling me, oh, come on, Cliff, you really do know it's wrong? No. If what you believe is true, if there is no God, then it's not really wrong to steal. It's all relative. So whatever your position is on stealing, rape, date rape, child abuse, battered wives, you have to acknowledge in order to be consistent that the opposite position is just as valid as yours.